In this age of video games, what you want to play and how you want to play it is rarely more than a brief Google search away. You want to shower with your dad? We got a game for you. You like 8-bit style RPGs that guilt-trip you into a meta-narrative-induced coma? We got that too. I'm willing to believe we've got a roadkill simulator game out there. In fact, I'm going to look it up right now. Hang tight. There it is. Roadkill Simulator. I hope you're happy, world. Anyhow, my point is that we've got such a horn of plenty when it comes to new games, but the vast majority of us, whether we know it or not, are actually on a constant mission to step backwards, to find a game that gives us the solid feeling we got from years and years ago. One of those games that always left me with a big dumb grin on my face had to be Sid Meier's Pirates. It's a simple yet complex game about taking to the open seas, fighting for your life, and discovering treasure and the mysteries of the Caribbean while you're at it. And I've played a lot of naval games in my day. I love the whole open seas, smooth the sails sort of aesthetic. Hell, Assassin's Creed 4's use of sea shanties was enough for me to take that game from a C- to a B-. But no game ever quite gave me the same feeling as Sid Meier's Pirates. That is, until Nantucket came along. Nantucket is an indie strategy adventure game developed by Picaresque Studios and released January 18th of 2018 by Fish Eagle. Plot-wise, Nantucket acts as a sequel to Moby Dick. You play as Ishmael, the only surviving crew member of Ahab's ill-fated Pequod. Traumatized by the events that led to the deaths of so many, Ishmael gives up his life on the seas, meets a pretty girl, settles down, has a few kids, and never, ever eats seafood again. I'm kidding, he totally commissions a ship and a crew of his own to hunt down and destroy Moby Dick for himself. So, lesson learned, I guess. You spend the game doing jobs for different cities, hunting whales, and steadily increasing the experience of yourself and your crew. You upgrade your ship, fight pirates, take on mythological beasts, and maybe, one day, bring that terrifying white whale to its knees, or to its flippers, to a bend in its tail, I don't know. The point is, you're out for whale blood, and the only way to properly do that is stock up on the best supplies, train the best people, and make a name for yourself in the 17th century age of sails. There's no getting around it. I loved this game. Like Sid Meier's Pirates, it has a simple enough gameplay style that you can play the way you want to play it, while also including all kinds of interesting little moments and tidbits. You've got to keep your crew in food and grog, while also selling enough whale oil and doing enough jobs that your prestige as a captain is steadily growing. The higher your level and more your prestige, the more dangerous of adventures you can go on, including the main quest line that points you towards your final destination. Very likely the belly of a whale. One of the things that really made Nantucket stand out for me was its combat system. Based on a dice and skill style, it heavily resembles the sort of thing you'd see in a board game, and plays even smoother. As you progress, you gain skills that'll help you survive an attack by sperm whale, or even an ambush by pirates. The way crew are handled sets Nantucket apart as well. You've got 4 skills: combat, crafting, sailing, and science. And while, as captain, you can specialize in any of these that you please, it behooves you to have a well-balanced crew. A science crewman who can heal you during combat sequences, or boil whale blubber into valuable oil. A sailing specialist that can help you navigate treacherous ocean waters, while also being able to fetch the best prices at a port, and so on. Nantucket has a very in-depth style of play that's still simple enough for anyone to get fully engaged in. I will give a word of warning to the softer-hearted out there. This game takes place during the golden age of whaling, and killing whales for their blubber is a major key to success, particularly during the earliest stages of the game. Hell, the end goal is to kill a whale for vengeance. Doesn't have anything to do with its blubber, so you know you're going into it with, a bit of a combative style with our underwater mammal friends. My point is that if murdering the hell out of whales, even in a fictional sense, doesn't sit well with you, you're not gonna get over it with Nantucket. If it makes you feel any better, though, some of those whales will just fuck up your life and your ship if you don't respect them as enemies. So, there's that, at least. Nantucket stands out to me as one of the first great indie games of 2018. At least to me, a man who adores adventure, braving the high seas, drinking grog, and seeking out mysteries throughout the Atlantic and Pacific. It's well made, it's got a great aesthetic, it's incredibly fun to play. It's even got sea shanties, and I love me some sea shanties. It was released today, and it's worth your while. As long as you don't mind the risk of being digested slowly in a whale's guts in exchange for the chance at some vengeance. Seriously, you couldn't have just... Ishmael, buddy, you couldn't have just gone home? Just figured out a life? Be a farmer, You gotta kill whales. Cool. Nantucket, ladies and gentlemen.
If Daddy don't sink a little drinky, Daddy gets sad and blue. Sneak a little drinky, sneakity-doo. Sneak a little drinky past you. Sneak a little drinky, sneakity-doo. Sneak a little drinky past you.